Hello journalers, welcome back to my channel Leanie Ale. This is Elaine, and in this video we will be flipping through my 2021 bullet journal. The reason it has taken me so long to share my flip through is because it reminds me of my burnout last year. So at the beginning of 2021, I challenged myself to film a Plan With Me video each month with weekly challenges based on a word theme. In the beginning it was fun, but after a few months with everything else happening in my life, I didn't have time to journal, or I just didn't feel like journaling. But I felt guilty if I didn't keep my promise, so there were months where I just did it just to do it. So all of that made me feel a little ashamed of my work. I felt like I wasn't authentic and I didn't put my all into each theme. This is also the reason why I unlisted all of my videos at the beginning of this year. But after a break from it, I opened my journal again and watched my old videos and realized that they're not that bad. Actually, they're part of the journey, and maybe it helped me learn endurance. So let's have a look, shall we? My monthly theme for January was the word reset. I felt like I needed a reset from 2020, so if you watch the full Plan With Me video, then you'll hear me explain my theme and the reason for all my weekly challenge prompts. These prompts are really good if you run out of things to journal about, so if you like, you can take a look at those videos. So for February, my word was fine because I was looking for something, and so I decided to visit the past, the present, and things I wanted for the future. So that was what all my weekly challenge prompts were based off of. March was the word stop, so you can see sometimes I bury the word in my cover theme page, and this was the beginning of my Dutch door obsession. Week 10 was daily affirmations, so I just kind of drew and wrote my daily affirmations here. And week 11 was a self-care recipe. For week 12, I called people who mattered to me just to check up on them, but there were so many that, anyways, that was a short list. Week 13 was a growth mindset chart. I listed my fixed mindset on the left that prevents me from growing, and then on the right, phrases I could say to myself to help me grow. Now April was my favorite spread, where I went crazy with the Dutch door technique. I chopped the corner of my page to have fun succeeding layers until the last page, which is the calendar. This month's theme was the word adventure, and the main characters of it was me and my family's new husky, Kaya. Week 14 was to make up a fantasy itinerary. For mine, I decided to go to Yellowstone. Week 15 was to draw food, which you would have with good company. For week 16, the challenge was to confront the bad guys. I wrote it out, but I didn't ink it in. Sometimes I just don't have the energy to revisit my past entries, so week 17 was to write out a spring bucket list. And for week 18, it was to plan out a happily ever after, which I didn't do. Now for May. The word for this month was to be present. I used the aesthetic of a cute amusement park to try to capture the idea of staying in the moment. I was realizing that I was going through the motions for a lot of things, but felt like I needed to be present. Sometimes I do a cop-out challenge page, and so this one is just a quote. Week 21, things that make you smile. This was the page where I just drew and wrote down things that made me smile. And for week 22, I illustrated little Polaroids of things that were at present. Now for June, the word was genuine. I think somewhere between these 2 months, my burnout was beginning and I felt very fake and yucky with myself. So I wanted to explore the word genuine with a core cottage vibe. Challenge 23 was an honesty tracker. I tried to color in a flower every time I was honest with others and myself. challenge 24 was personal core values. Challenge 25 was list the expectations of mine, others, and but what if. Challenge 26 was to draw your day. And challenge 27 was just a monthly tracker that helped me challenge my limits. Now for July. My word theme was remember. I think I was trying to recall why I started what I started at this point of burnout. So my challenges this month was commitments, nostalgia, throwback hits, and a time to remember. If you watch this video, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, now for August. The word for this month was chill. I'm starting to realize why I selected each word as I am going through my journal with you. It all makes sense now. I was just struggling with burnout that would eventually accumulate till December. At this point, I had added a bunch of new washi tapes to the store. I remember in addition to my full-time job, I was trying to create content for my Instagram and YouTube. I was processing orders before work in the morning, creating new artwork for the new products with every sliver of time I had, and it felt like it was never going to end, and I never had a break. On my lunch breaks at work, I would go to the post office and run errands, and on my days off, if I didn't spend time with my friends, I would be journaling and editing videos. I just didn't have time to breathe. And this weekly page kind of displays that. But I was supposed to reorganize my time around to fit more rest times in. I just never did. So by September, my word was slow down. And the visuals was inspired by cozy autumn. I love this little window. I still think it's so cute. And for week 36, the challenge was to create an autumn hygge list. So this is a Danish word for comfort and coziness. Week 37 was to do the Eisenhower matrix. I was trying to time manage at this point. Week 38 was to make Polaroids of places I wanted to see. And week 39 was to share a recipe, and this is my secret pistachio salmon recipe, which is really good. And at this point I had washi stickers that I had just put into the store. Okay, now for October. My word was be still. I guess slowing down wasn't enough for me, and I needed to learn how to be still and let God work. I had just finished my biggest product of that year, which I work really hard on each year because of all the artwork. So yeah, I was a bit wiped out, and this spread turned out pretty simple. Now it's November. Can I have two favorites? I really like how simple and surreal this spread was. I was inspired by surreal dreamscapes, so you'll see some orbs and steps and curvy shapes. I didn't have time to fill out everything, but it's okay. I missed 3 weeks because I was printing, cutting, and packing all the calendar orders. But anyways, I love this little window cutout on the corner. It's my favorite part of this spread. Oh, and I forgot to mention, November's word was dream, and December I didn't have a word. Yeah, I was pretty burnt out by then, so I just did simple illustrations and logbook style spreads. Alright, this year in review wraps up my 2021 bullet journal flip through. Journaling in 2021 has made me realize that I need to give myself some grace if I want to keep enjoying this as a hobby. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this flip through.